Hello and welcome to this episode of Consider This. I'm your host, Charles Lake, and I would like to start by saying this episode is going to be a little bit discerning. A lot of people are going to get a little upset over it. This episode is about the plastic that they found in the blood, and if it's in your blood, it goes and feeds all your vital organs, your brain, your heart, your intestines, everything, your muscles. So we have plastic now, and we're going to get into that. But I had a meeting with my congressman's office, and they had me write up a paper, and that's what I'm using on my site for that. So we're going to switch right over to that. And I've told you in the first episode, Republicans versus Democrats, about the Democratic bill that is pretty well useless. And that's what I told them, and they agreed. So, but something has to be done, especially now that we have plastic in our body. We did an episode on the BPA and how IVF really needs to be a procedure, because the way we're going with this plastic, that's about the only way people are going to be able to have children in time to come. Okay, this here was an Academy of Pediatrics that I showed you in a couple of them, and it's on the website so you can get to it. These here I'm going to show you in a few minutes, and so, I tried to take them through some of the stuff that really needs to be looked at. I mean, we've held the tobacco companies liable for the damage that tobacco smoke does, and evidently I made an error in the tobacco. But we should be fining these companies. Our government is so slow on this. But these companies have made trillions and trillions of dollars by poisoning the American people, and now they want to walk away. And our next episode will be quite clear on how they want to walk away. But so let's go over and get into yeah, that's not the one. This is the one. Okay. Discovery of plastic. Okay. Plastic particles getting into our food chain through exposure to you're drinking out of plastic bottles. There's nano and micro plastics in the bottle from being made, and when they put the water in it, you drink it, and then you have plastic in your body. There's other ways of getting eating a lot of fish will do that, because these companies have been dumping plastic in the ocean, and they breaks down in the ocean. The fish eat the little pieces, and they become smaller pieces, and we eat the fish. The same with the cattle, the pigs, the chickens, because we're not only getting it out of the plastic that we eat our food off of, but we're also getting it from plastic dust in the air. So, and these are really good studies. These These are not on the website just yet. I have, let me see, I have these here to put up plus about another 50. So there's a lot of information about plastics in our body. So the first time that they tested for plastics in the body was 2018. And they found it in the intestines and so forth. But the microplastics have been found in fish and stuff. So that's basically it. These, I don't want to go through all of these because it's going to take too much time. This is another good one, microplastic measured in the human and in mouse brains, because they tested up, they've got to test everything, and they use mice to do it, or rats. And we get from DentalWorks 3 of the polymers detected in the blood. Commonly used produce food materials. This is written a little bit funny because it comes from Australia. So they use different words for the same thing. And these are all the plastics they've been finding, which you can go through and look at your recycle codes, and that'll bring these right up so you know exactly what they're talking about. The PP is the kind of plastic that ExxonMobil is making now. They stopped making the polystyrene foam food containers and the hard food containers, but they are making the propylene, which is considered safe. But if you're going to go through and read some of these, and I'll try to put them up as fast as I can. I'm a one-man operation here, so my wife helps me out a great deal. But this is another one. This is from academia, Ellesmere, ranging from 1 nanometer, whatever, to 1,000. Break off of plastic debris, all different ways it gets into your food and into your body. So it gets into the blood specifically, and there's a lot of really good information in here. We've been using plastics pretty steadily since the 50s, and we're going to go into that in just a second. I have a page that breaks it down really well. The nanoparticles range from, so let's see. All right. Toxic plastic particles can reach the brain within 2 hours of ingestion. And I found a couple different papers on that. One was done in Australia, and this is one here was done 2023 in a health magazine, I guess. And I didn't highlight anything in here because this is quite discerning. I myself didn't realize this until just about a month ago. So I've been, like I said, I've been away from it for a couple of years. So I used to be really up to date, and now I'm getting up to date again, just like you are. The Parkinson's Foundation, plastic waste contaminants could promote Parkinson's, and they go through it. And this is somewhat easy to read, so it will be, researchers have tried to do this, make the same experiment with the putting nanoplastics in the test tubes and seeing if they can get clumping. So besides it affecting the brain, it's going to affect every part of your body because your blood feeds you. In human stool, 8 countries, and these 8 countries, Finland, Italy, Japan, Netherlands, Poland, Russia, and the UK, and Australia. Okay, and all these companies have one thing in common. They all have socialized medicine, along with France, Spain, Cuba. So there are many countries with socialized medicine, and these countries are going to get ahead of it before we are. And I'll let you know why. They pay for the coverage, the same as Canada. Canada has socialized medicine. They're talking, one of the people that's running for office there wants to have medicine like the U.S. has it, so that the people get really screwed like we're getting really screwed. The FDA don't do its job, if you've seen a couple of the episodes I did on it. And that's why this happens. The FDA will side with the corporations, and we end up holding the bag, or getting in the bag, the body bag. So this is pretty significant, but it's just the top, and then it goes into a bunch of studies and things. So you can get these studies by just copy them and paste them into whatever Google or Wedge or whatever you use for the internet. And this is the planet's choking, and they go into it, but they give you from the 50s to the 70s, we only made a small amount of plastic was produced, and it was manageable. Okay, and then from the 70s to the 90s, we started tripling the effect, and then when it came to the early 2000s, we made more than the 40 years before. So that's what I wanted to use that page for. There's not much more information in it because it's pretty well sparse. So the analyst in feces reveals coalition between fecal microplasties and inflammation bowel disease, and this comes out of China, I believe. And just because it comes out of China don't mean we can't use it, because this is something that everybody's fighting. This is worldwide. Now, China also has socialized medicine, along with there are many countries with socialized medicine. Now, this is really important. This is from Australia, and Australia has the first that we know of lab that detects the microplastic in blood samples, in samples of tissue that, so we can find out exactly what's killing us. And I don't see a lab in the U.S. anytime soon that's going to tell us, even though, oh geez, he had a heart attack. Well, did he have a heart attack because he had a blockage from a normal blockage, or did he have a blockage of plastic in his arteries? And this would be one way of finding out, but it's going to be very expensive. Insurance isn't going to pick it up, and most people can't pay for it. So what we have to do is fight to get it paid for, to get the plastic companies, ExxonMobil, W.R. Grace, Amoco, and all these companies that are making it and have made it, and they're also their lobby groups that force the government to see it their way and not put information out. And I've showed that in the past, and I'm going to show it again. I'm going to redo all my old shows. So what we're going to do is this has to be really looked at really close. And I had my thyroid removed, and that's one of the things that breast cancer, like I said, it feeds everything. Is it safe to feed your child? I have, like I said, I have several more here, which goes into plastic in, where is it? I missed it, but placenta. There we go. So they've been finding plastic into the placenta. They've been finding plastic in the testicles of men, plastic in the placenta, plastic in the breast. I haven't found anything about plastic in the breast, but I did find in one of these articles it does say that you can get plastic. One of the side effects is cancer. So I wanted to bring this to you and let you know that these chemicals are not going away. They're saying we don't know much about what's going to happen with the plastic, but we do know as these chemicals break down out of the plastic that they do cause diabetes, cancers, and many other diseases. And now they're going to even cause more diseases. If it starts causing Parkinson's or other brain-related diseases or other stomach-related diseases, this is something that you have to really think about when you're buying your food on plastic. And here in the United States, it's very hard to, let me go back here. Our Patreon site is up, and it's been free. And I'll click on it, and it has all our episodes on it. And right now it's free. in a few weeks, probably 2 weeks, I'm going to make everything that you have to pay for. It's only $5 a month, and I'm going to put 4 shows a month, 1 a week. And sometimes, I got a couple notifications. They weren't there yesterday. Please, think of it this way. You're not giving me $5 a month. You're taking me for coffee for information that I gave you. So a $5 coffee nowadays is nothing. We're hoping to keep the price down so that we can keep going, and keep feeding you the information you need to try to make your family safe. So please go to the site, click on it, go to the site, and please be a patron. $5 a month is all we're asking, and we'll give you the information to try to keep your family safe. All right. I thank you, and I'm hoping that things will get better, but it don't look like it's going to take more than my lifetime. I'm pretty much at the end of my lifetime. I might have, 5-6 years left, but nobody ever knows. And with all these plastics in our bodies now, it might make life a little rougher for a lot of people. And we have to have these corporations pay for the damage they done. Our next episode's going to be on PFOAs, and I'm going to explain to you in that episode how these companies are trying to get away with poisoning the American people. Okay, I thank you very much. Stay safe, and consider the amount of plastic that you're putting in your body at the time. Try to eliminate it. Get yourself a stainless steel mug, fill it up at the coffee shops. Bring your own to-go container so that you can eliminate any plastic that they're going to be putting your food in. Stay safe.